Hi everyone, I'm Daria. Today I'm going to teach you how to crochet a baby bonnet. Welcome back to Daria Crochet Life. On this channel I post knitting and crochet lessons, simple and not so simple tutorials on how to make different knitting and crochet projects. So if any of that interests you, please subscribe to my channel. Alright, let's talk about all the materials and tools that you'll need for today's tutorial. So obviously, first of all, you will need a yarn. Depending on the size, you will need 1 or 2 balls. Each ball is 50 grams, so you will need 50 or 100 grams of yarn, depending on the size that you're gonna make. I will make a baby like very small size. It's not for newborn, but maybe like 3 to 6 maybe months old, and I'm gonna use, I think 1 ball would be enough for that size. If you want to make it for bigger baby or even for adults, so obviously you'll need more yarn. I decided to go with this yarn. It's one of my favorite, to be honest. It's really soft and I like colors. I got it on sale a couple years ago at my local yarn store. It is the yarn from the brand Estelle. It's called Luxury and it's baby alpaca DK. This yarn is 100% baby alpaca, so I love baby alpaca. If you don't like alpaca, so then you can work with any yarn that you like. It can be cotton, it can be wool, it can be wool and cotton, whatever you prefer. Just try to find the same yardage. So in my 50-gram ball there are 100 meters, so if you'll find a yarn that has similar meters in 50-gram ball, so then you can follow my instructions if you want to make the same size. They recommend us to use 4mm needle or 4mm crochet hook, and that's what I'm going to use today. And those are care instructions and the color if you're interested. I'm not sure if this yarn is still available to purchase, but I'm sure you can find something similar. So this is my crochet hook. I also got it from the local store. It's a 4mm crochet hook G6. I like it. It's one of my favorite, but you can take whatever hook you have. So you need to pick your hook based on the yarn. If you're gonna take different yarn, so check the recommendations on the label. Then make a little swatch and make sure that you like the tension and then stick with that hook. We will also need measuring tape, scissors, and a tapestry needle. So tapestry needle is a needle with big hole, and my favorite type is this, slightly bended. But if you have just straight one, that's okay as well. I already made the same hat that I'm gonna show you today. It's a very easy pattern. I just wanted to show you all different parts that we will be doing today. So first thing that we need to do, we'll need to make a circle. And this circle is very easy. It's just double crochet circle. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows like that. The amount of rows depend on how big you want your bonnet to be. I'm gonna explain you later like how to adjust the sizing, and after that we will start working flat. So like the first part we will work in rounds, then we will work flat, so we will turn our work all the time, and we will do this simple shell pattern. And the last part would be to attach ties and to work like over here around the neck, and that's it. The bonnet would be ready. So it's very easy pattern. I'm sure even beginners can handle that. All right, let's start crocheting. So first thing that we need to do is called a magic circle. I'm gonna show you now how to make a magic circle. And in the first round, we will do all of our stitches into that magic circle. So there are several ways how you can make a magic circle. I'm gonna show you just one of the ways. So you need to take your fingers of the left hand like that, and you take your yarn into your right hand, and then you wrap it around like this 2 times to create a loop. Then you take the working yarn and put it on the index finger of your right hand. You hold the this intersection with your thumb and middle finger, and then you insert your hook into this big loop, yarn over, and bring this yarn to the front, and then you see I'm gonna catch this and that like sides of the circle with my thumb like that, and then I'm doing a chain. So this is a magic circle. After that I need to make 2 more chains, 1 and 2, and then 11 double crochet, and all of these 11 double crochet will go into this circle in the middle of the circle. So I'm doing yarn over, insert my hook right into the middle, yarn over, pull through, and then do like normal double crochet. I know at the very beginning it may feel very awkward, everything is like not in the right place, everything is too loose. That's okay, I promise it will be better later. So then if you want, you can take this short end and pull it a little bit to make the circle smaller, because I feel that it's easier for me to hold everything in my hands when the circle is smaller like that. And I continue crocheting. As I said, in total I need to make 11 double crochet, because the first 3 chains that we did are gonna play a role of double crochet. So in total I will have 12 stitches. When you have 11 double crochet plus 3 chains that play a role of double crochet, please count your stitches, make sure that you have correct number. Then you can take this short end and start pulling it. So on one hand I'm holding my stitches, and on the other hand I'm holding the yarn end, and I'm pulling and I'm closing the hole like that. So that's okay if this hole will get a little bit bigger as you go. You always can can make it a little smaller. Okay, I undid my last double crochet accidentally, so I'm gonna put it back. Okay, I have 12 double crochet, and I always can pull this short end to close the hole. So at the end of the row you always need to make a slip stitch into the topmost chain. So if I look very close to my first double crochet, this is my first double crochet, and it has a top like this V or this chain on top. It's related to the double crochet. So I need to find V or chain that is right before this one. I insert my hook right into the middle of that stitch and make a slip stitch and tighten that. You see, I closed the hole, and I closed the circle. Every row you will start with 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and these 3 chains are playing a role of a double crochet. Then we need to make an increase. So how to make an increase? We already have 1, right? Then I'm doing yarn over, and I'm going to insert my hook into the same hole. If I stretch, you see it's this one, the same hole, and I'm doing my double crochet over there. Then I need to make 11 more increases. Increase means 2 double crochet into the same hole. So the first one you will always do like I showed you. After that you find the next hole, and you're making 1 double crochet over there, and then another one into the same hole. So when you have 2 double crochet from the same hole, that's called double crochet increase, and you need to make 11 increases. So that would be 12 increases in total, because we have the first 3 stitches, 3 chains, and first double crochet that's play a role of increase, and in total at the very end you're supposed to have 24 stitches. When you come to the end of this round, please count your stitches first. So don't forget that these 3 chains, they play a role of 1 double crochet. If you have 24, so then you need to find the topmost chain from these 3 chains and make a slip stitch over there to close the circle, like that. And we are ready to do the third round. So chain 3, double crochet into the same stitch. That's our increase. Then we will do double crochet into the next one, just 1 double crochet. Okay, sometimes when it's hard to insert my hook, I go with the beak like that, and it's easy to insert my hook into. And then you need to repeat this pattern, 1 increase, 1 double crochet all around. So let me show you one more time. In the next stitch, I'm doing increase, that's 2 doubles into the same hole, and then I'm doing 1 double crochet into the following stitch. So work like that all around, and you will add 12 more stitches. So we had 24, and at the end of this round you're supposed to have 36 double crochet. If you have 36 double crochet, so then you can make a slip stitch into the 3rd chain to close the circle. Okay, like that. Then in the row 4, we start the same way, 1, 2, 3 chains, double crochet into the same hole, into the same stitch. That would be our increase. And then now let me explain you the formula, how to do a perfect circle with double crochet. So in the previous row, we were doing double crochet, 1 double crochet increase, 1 double crochet, double crochet increase, 1 double crochet. Right now we need to add 1 more stitch, 1 more double crochet between 2 of our increases. So I did my first increase. After that I'm doing 1 double crochet, and in the next stitch another 1, and then I'm doing increase. So I have 2 stitches in between of my increases, and in every row I will add 12 stitches. So if row number 3 had 36 stitches in total, so then in the row 4 I supposed to have 48 stitches in total. So I will do 1 increase, 2 double crochet, 1 increase, 2 double crochet. In the following row, in the next row, I need to start with 1 increase, 3 double crochet, 1 increase, 3 double crochet, and the total number would be 48 plus 12, which is 60 stitches. And you can work like that to infinity. So that will depend on the size of the hat that you want to make. And I will stop after the row 5 because I'm going to show you why. I will do those rows, and I'll explain you why I decided to stop after that row. Okay, so I have my 5 rounds of double crochet, and let me explain you why I stopped. I stopped because right now in the diameter, so from one side through the center to another side, I have 11 centimeters. So I decided that I will do a newborn size. And for newborn size, this first circle should be 11 centimeters. Why is that? Let me explain you why. Okay, so I'm doing my hat for the size, for the head circumference of 35 centimeters. I know that this is the best size for newborn babies. It's like an average size for newborn babies. This is a formula of circumference from the math. I know I hated math at school, and now I'm explaining this. So I'm sorry if that's if I'm not using correct terms, but I'm going to explain you my way. So circumference equals 2 times pi times r, which is radius of the circle. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing as this one. Circumference equals pi times diameter, because 2 times r, that's a diameter. So now we need to put our numbers, and you can put your numbers. My head circumference is 35 centimeters. Pi is always 3.14 times diameter. So my goal is to find out diameter. What is that? So diameter is equal, you are taking your head circumference divided by 3.14. And that's 11.14. So I will round it to a whole number, which is 11. And that's my diameter. And if I want to make a head for 35 centimeters circumference, I need to make a circle at the beginning with diameter of 11 centimeters. I hope that's clear. If not, please let me know in the comments. Okay, after we finished our circle, we are ready to start doing the main pattern, which is shell. So in order to do that, I need to make one chain and then single crochet into the same stitch, the same hole, and I'm doing a single crochet. Then I will skip 1, 2 stitches, and into the next one I need to make 5 double crochets. So skipping 1, 2 stitch, and into the third I'm doing 5. All 5 of them will go into the same hole. That will create a shell. So there was 1, 2, 3, okay, 3, 4, and 5. You see, all of them went into the same hole. Be careful. Don't make more than 5 and make sure that all of them go into the same hole. Then you need to skip 1, 2 stitches, and into the third do a single crochet. After that, you repeat the same thing all over the whole round. So you skip 2 and then you're doing 5 double crochet into the same hole. Then you will skip 2 and into the third stitch you will make a single crochet. And you work like that to the end. Skip 2, 5 double into the same stitch, skip 2, single crochet. So I made my 5 double crochet. Now skipping 2 and into the next doing a single crochet. So work like that all around. I'll see you over here. At the end of this round, so I'm skipping last 2 stitches, and then I need to make a single crochet. I will do it over here into the slip stitch that I did in the previous row. Because after that I will start working flat. So then I need to do, in order to start next row, I'm doing 3 chains, turning my work, and I will work around like this way, and it's going to be opening over here. So actually there would be 2 rows. They look very, very similar, just beginning and the end is a little bit different, and you alternate those 2 rows. So one row is like that. When you start with 3 chains, and then into this first stitch there was single crochet from the previous row, you need to make 2 double crochet. 1 and 2. Then you need to look at this shell at 5 double crochet from the previous row, find the middle one, the third, insert your hook there under both loops, and make a single crochet. Then you need to skip 2, find the single crochet from the previous row, and make your shell 5 double into that single crochet. Okay, I made 5 double crochet. Then I'm skipping 2, found the toppest, the middle double crochet, and I'm doing single crochet under both loops over there. So, and you work like that all around. Skip 2, shell, 5 double crochet into the same stitch, skip 2, single crochet. You work like that to the end. I'll see you at the end. I'm at the end of this row. So I finished my single crochet, and then at the end of this row I need to find first single crochet, this one, from the previous row, and I'm making 3 double crochet over there. 1, 2, and 3. So this was the first type of this of the row, when you start with 3 chains and then you do 2 double crochet into the same stitch, and then you start your pattern. So single crochet into the top of the shell, and then you skip 2 stitches and make a 5 single crochet. The other row, the other type of the row that we have, the second one, starts like that. You chain 1, then you turn your work, you skip this turning chain, and you make a single crochet into the first double crochet from the previous row. Then you skip 2 stitches and you're making your shell, and after that everything is the same. It's just beginning and the end of the row is a little bit different. So I will do 5 double crochet and then skip 2 single crochet on top, and I'll see you at the end. Okay, at the end of this row, after doing your last shell, 5 double crochet, so skipping 2 stitches, and then I need to find the third topmost chain, and I'm inserting my hook over there. Sometimes it's very, very hard, but even if you can get 1 loop, that's okay, and make a single crochet there. So you start your row with chain 1 single crochet, and you finish your row with single crochet. After that, we need to repeat previous row, which was 3 chains, turn your work, and do 2 double crochet into the single crochet from the previous row, and then you repeat your pattern. And then you work like that until you reach desired length. Let me show you what I mean. So if you fold your head like that, you need to take your measuring tape again and measure from the very, very top to the end of the to the edge of the head. Right now I have 8 centimeters. For my size, I need around 13, 14, maybe maximum 15 centimeters. Even 15 would be too long. So, but because it's crocheting, so it's stretching a little bit, so that's why I can make it 15 centimeters. And I'm gonna repeat the same amount of rows as I did for that hat. And here I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 rows of shells. So 11 shell rows. It's easy to count your shell rows by this shells. I don't know, but I can see those big holes where I was doing 5 double crochet very, very easily, and it's alternating. So this is row 1, this is row 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right now on this head, I'm on the row 1, 2, 3. So I finished 3 rows. I'm on the row 4. If you're not sure how to count your rows, so just write the amount of rows somewhere on your phone or on a piece of paper, or you can use row counter, so whatever works for you. And after you finish the desired number of rows, after you'll reach the desired length of the head, then you'll stop and I'll see you and show what to do next. So if you're doing different size, obviously your length would be different, probably bigger than mine. I'm gonna link a website that I'm using for sizing, and you can take a look at the chart to see what other like how long your hat should be based on the size that you're making. So that's what I have after making 11 rows. The bonnet, the head is almost done. I need to make ties and to work a little bit here. So in order to make ties, it's very easy. You need to chain whatever amount of stitches you think would be enough. I think 71 chains would be the best amount. So I am chaining 71 right now. After you chain 71, then you skip the last stitch and insert your hook into the second last stitch through the top loop only and make a slip stitch. And I will do slip stitch in all of 70 stitches, like all till this point. Now see you over there. So I made 70 slip stitches, come to this edge, and now I need to make a single crochet along this edge. So if I see a single crochet from the previous row, like this one, you see I had a shell and then a single crochet. So I'm going in between, into the space in between a single and the shell, and I'm making one single crochet. Then I see three chains and 2 double crochet, and I'm inserting my hook into this big hole and making 2 single crochet. So then I'm doing 1 single into the single crochet and 2 into the 3 chains, and I'm going into this big hole. That's okay if I'll have holes. Anyway, I have holes everywhere. So, and I need to work like that, not to the end. So if I fold my head like that and then fold this in half, so this length I need to work it to the middle of the length. So if I put it like that, it will be here. So I need to work till this point and then I'll stop. Okay, 1 and 2 there, 1 here. I even don't think where do I insert my hook, just anywhere. 1 and 2, and I think 1 more. Yeah, and then, yeah, I think that's enough. Then I'm going to the other side, right in front. Make sure that you line up everything correctly, and I'll do the same thing on the other side. So the same single crochet. You see, we are going to have a hole here that will close at the very end. And now I'm doing 2 singles in between double crochet, like these 3 double crochet in between last and second last. And again, single crochet into the single, and 2 single into the on the side of the double crochet, and I work like that to the end. Okay, so 1, 2 here, and last single crochet. That's it. And then you need to make another 71 chains for the second tie. Skip 1 and you will do 70 slip stitches, and you will come back to this point, but I'm going to show you anyway. So do 71 chains now. So when you did your 71 stitches, skip the last stitch, and starting from the second last, insert your hook into the topmost chain and make a slip stitch. And do slip stitch in every next stitch. It should be 70 slip stitches in total. At the very end, okay, I'm doing my last slip stitch into the last chain, and then I will do a slip stitch right here into the, or maybe just here, into the next logical stitch, so it will just all be continuous. Make a little bit bigger loop. then taking scissors, cutting the yarn, but leave a little bit longer end so it will be easy for you to weave in the end. And I need to pull this yarn end through the remaining loop and tighten that. So we are done with crocheting. Right now we need to close this hole and we need to weave in ends. Okay, let me show you how I weave in all my ends. I take the tapestry needle, thread the yarn through the tapestry needle, and then it's better to work from the wrong side. You need to find any loop that is closest to the yarn end. Insert your needle under that loop and pull through. And you repeat this several more times. You can go under several loops. The best if you change directions, if you go this way, that way, up and down, and you need to do it for a little bit. So you will have slightly longer end, even if it will unravel completely, like that. So I went like this, and I think that's enough. Now I'm taking scissors and I'm gonna cut this yarn end pretty close to the fabric. You need to do the same thing with this beginning end, but at the very beginning, because we don't want this hole to open. Remember, I told you that this beginning hole, it can open. So that's why we need to make a security knot. It's very easy to do. You need to find any loop that is closest to your yarn. Let's say this one. Insert your needle under that loop. Pull it through, but not to the end. You see, I'm having my, like I put my finger, so I'll have bigger loop. And then I insert my needle into that loop and then I tighten everything. So now I have a knot and this hole is not going to open. And then I weave it in the same way like I was weaving the other end. And I can cut the yarn, excess yarn. So now let's close this hole. We're gonna do it from the wrong side, so flip the head to the wrong side. Take the yarn and cut a piece of yarn. It's better to have slightly longer. The seam is very short, like this is our seam, but I have maybe 50 centimeters long yarn. So I'm gonna thread the yarn through the tapestry needle and I need to attach the yarn right here. So I insert my needle in any loop very close to the opening and I will make simple knot, double knot, but make sure to leave longer end because it would be easy for you to weave that in later. And I'm doing double knot, and then you can do very, very easy and simple seam. Just pick the one loops from each side like that and close the hole. And then I'll do the last one like this. And if you want, you can even go back one more time, but do it from the wrong side and pick just one loops from each edge. Yeah, and at the end make a security knot the same way like we were doing before and weave in the end. You already have your tapestry needle, so you can weave it in the same way like we were doing before. And this is what you're supposed to have at the end. So this is the opening. I think it's looking pretty good. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to have at the end. Thank you so much for being with me today. Please let me know if you have any questions on how to crochet this baby hat. So remember that all the links to materials and tools that I was using today you can find in the description box below. If you're going to use my tutorial and make this baby hat and then post it on Instagram, please tag me. Here you can see my Instagram name. I really like to see what you do in following my tutorials. Please like this video, share it if it was useful for you, and subscribe to my channel. I post knitting and crochet videos every week, so make sure to subscribe in order not to miss any of my new tutorials. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day. Bye bye.